It seems that everybody was held hostage by my mother. The entire family. Because if they weren't, why did nobody take us away? My brother was actually rescued by my aunt and uncle. That aunt is a narcissist, very interesting there. But he was rescued by them in his teens. He had crashed a bunch of cars, he'd been doing drugs, he'd been having all of these issues. And somehow my uncle convinced my mother to hand him over. And by the way, all of these things that he was doing, and every time he crashed and totaled a car, another one was purchased for him, did not happen when he was in boarding school. When he was in boarding school, he was clean. He wasn't doing drugs. He was never an addict, but he was definitely self-medicating. He didn't do drugs in boarding school. He wasn't failing school. He was getting straight A's, maybe a B here and there. He went from a failure of a student, like a kid who was skipping classes, doing drugs, crashing cars, to a year at boarding school being not just a solid citizen, but excelling, a captain of his barracks, a captain of his swim team. And just like when my mother sent me to boarding school and I had a year of peace, she pulled him out, and then it went downhill from there. Everyone was held hostage by her, though, every step of the way. They saw the difference. And when she was gone for 4.5 years and would float in and out, go to my grandparents' house, pick me up, pick him up, divide us that way, leave one of us behind in tears. Everybody saw some sort of abuse. And yet they catered to her. And this is another recovery issue that we all have. Because how can you figure out why? How does that make sense? How is it that the main narcissist in the family is so powerful? For my family, I think it was because the image was more important than the child.